and Laukes.
Good morning everyone. Welcome to SEMA. It's been quite a year for Toyota, and let's not beat around the bush, let's get right down to it. Earlier this year, we brought back the legend with the all-new 2020 GR Supra, and the response has been really overwhelming. We can't get these cars into our customers' hands fast enough. And while we had a partner in its development, the unique tuning and styling made the Supra a one-of-a-kind sports car, a true Supra. Now, speaking of racing, 2019 also marks the 40th anniversary of our in-house race and engineering team, TRD. Its earliest victories in endurance racing, Grand Prix, Formula 3, and WRC set the pace for Toyota to dominate in off-road racing, winning 3 Baja 1000s and a record 17 Baja 500s with Ivan the Ironman Stewart. Add that a victory at the Indy 500, 2 Daytona 500 wins, and most recently 2 NASCAR Series championships. Toyota, and Toyota Racing in particular, would not be where it is today without TRD.
Shh, Ed, shh, Ed, it's Rutledge. Come in, Ed. Shh, do you hear me? Shh.
You gotta be kidding me. Rod, we can hear you and we can see you, but we've already started the show.
Oh.
So will you quit horsing around and get in here, please?
Yeah, I just want to make sure everybody knew that there is tons of horsepower out here. Some beautiful new Supras, drift motions in the house. We got little time tactic cars. We got everything out here. Just make sure you come check it out, but I'll come join you.
All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the stage, please welcome NBC NASCAR analyst and my good buddy, Mr. Rutledge Wood. Rutledge, what's up, buddy?
What's up, man? Good morning, everybody. How you guys doing? Oh, it's so fun to be here. Always love doing this. We want to say hello to our friends that are watching home on Facebook Live. You know, it's always an honor to be here with you, Ed, to co-host the Toyota press conference at SEMA. And this year, Ed, you brought my favorite sports car to the show, and I can't wait to take a walk around with you around the booth this morning.
Now, I know you love Supra, and the fans of this legendary sports car have been waiting patiently for over 20 years for its return.
Yeah, don't I know it? I mean, it's a proud owner of a Mark IV 1993 that we're building right now. I've been chomping at the bit for y'all to bring the Supra into the 21st century, and it's finally here. So as a friend, Ed, I would say, what took you so long?
So we all know that there is no shortcut to greatness. And with the Supra being such an important part of our brand, we wanted to make sure we took our time and bring the best Supra that we possibly could. Our engineering team raised Supra to a whole new level of performance. And when we say that it goes 0 to 60 in 4.1 seconds, but we know that the press has gone even farther.
Yeah, I've heard 3.8 seconds, Ed, which puts that right around supercar territory. That's a big deal.
So you're right, Rod, but before we go super crazy, let's talk about some other vehicles that have gotten some performance treatment recently. The Camry TRD and the Avalon TRD. Now they went on sale just this fall, and for the first time we've ever sold TRD versions of these sedans.
Now, Ed, I took a walk over here, and let's take a look at this TRD Camry. I mean, first off, it's gorgeous. I love the black roof, the spoiler, everything, but when you really take a look back at it, man, Will Birdie told me that the Camry TRD, even with its TRD wide track suspension, track tune, throaty exhaust, wide lower wheels, unique aero upgrades, and larger front brakes with dual piston calipers, is the least expensive V6 Camry for sale. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right, Rod. And if you even want more room, the Avalon TRD will make you question everything that you think you know about full-size sedans. But of course, this wouldn't be SEMA if we also didn't turn it up to an 11.
We have to, because I think that this right here must be the Toyota Avalon TRD Pro concept that I've been hearing so much about. First off, this thing looks amazing, but the rumor is this hit 4 different tracks in California and Georgia, no less than a dozen times during testing. The Avalon TRD Pro concept was put through the ringer to really test the limits. There's so many performance parts on this car, I don't even know where to begin. We're talking about StopTech, Goodyear, Hawk, so many more contributing parts to this build. Now, originally it was set up as a drift car, then a NASCAR road race killer, and finally a time attack vehicle. This bad boy clocked a 125.3 lap on the streets of Willow, outpacing the Porsche 911 and Audi R8, to name just a couple. This is clearly the quickest front-wheel drive sedan on the planet.
Yeah, you know, Rod, it really is cool. And I think that there's some Toyota team members that are here in the audience who actually drove this car on the track. First of all, longtime drift driver Ken Gucci, fresh off his win at Irwindale. Ken, you want to say hi to everybody up in the front here?
Yeah, Ken's here.
And then, of course, our good friend, two-time Daytona 500 winner, and one of our first partners in NASCAR, Michael Waltrip. Here's Michael.
Oh, what's up, Mikey?
Guys, thanks for joining us today, and thanks for lending a hand on driving this amazing Avalon. We really appreciate everything you do for us, and great partnership. All right, so Rut, these two guys are, wait a minute. Before we get any further, I just want to remind you, you're not the only TV star that is with us here today. We also have NASCAR on Fox Pit Reporter, and your official kryptonite, Jamie Little, with us in the crowd. Hi, Jamie, you want to say hi?
Hi, Jamie. Yeah, I get it. She is my kryptonite. I see what I said because she's better on camera and in the race car.
Yeah, both.
Well,
I'm glad you admit it. That's awesome.
Nice.
So,
yeah, well, as we keep making our way over, let's talk about this green Supra right here. How cool is this?
yeah, now funny you should ask, about our Toyota Genuine Accessory team put together this green machine, and we're calling it the GR Supra Wasabi Concept.
The Wasabi concept.
Wasabi.
Why is that?
Well, they spiced up our GR Supra with a body kit designed by the Toyota Genuine Accessory team, lowered the chassis over 20-inch forged aluminum wheels with an Olin's coilover kit.
This thing is gorgeous. It turned out great. Those are brand new Brembo BM brakes I see behind there, which are gorgeous. And those rotors are bigger than my head. They're massive.
They're massive, and these 6-piston calipers and also 16-inch front rotors. The accessory team really brought it home with this build. And what do you really think about this color?
I mean, you know I love that. I would drive that every day. The wing is killer. And I had a 93 Toyota pickup that color.
And so, you know, considering it's only a few minutes after 10, you're still, I bet you it's making you hungry for some sushi.
You know it is. You know it too well.
So,
well, moving on, I see this is the Toyota Supra GR pace car, and I actually, thanks to you, got to drive this at Watkins Glen International this year, because this is the car that paces the Xfinity Series races, and actually, it's headed to Phoenix this weekend to ISM Raceway to pace the races there.
We're really excited about that. NASCAR chose the 2020 GR Supra to lead the pack at the Xfinity Series races, so it's really doing a great job showcasing the new Supra.
Yeah, I mean, I can't think of a better car to do it.
So, speaking of the Xfinity Series, we also brought the Xfinity Supra back to the show this year, and also one of our brightest young stars, Christopher Bell, who's been taking it to victory lane throughout the year.
Yeah, in fact, he did it this weekend at Texas Motor Speedway, locked himself into Homestead for a chance at the championship.
Yeah, he did indeed, and we couldn't be more proud of Christopher as he grows into the super champion that he's becoming. And we also can't wait to see what he does in the number 95 Camry next year in the Cup Series. Christopher, keep it up.
How cool is that?
All right, staying in racing mode, we also brought the Supra GT4 from Europe, and we're showing it for the very first time here in North America. Yep, but we really are going to sell these bad boys.
Ed, you're going to sell a race-ready Supra for people to go hit the track with. The obvious follow-up question is when?
So it's really going to happen, but you're going to have to wait until next summer, and that's when it's really going to come out. But it's really going to happen. Now we're working on the details, and probably spring, maybe Daytona-esque is when we'll be able to get all the further details on it.
That is awesome.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so excited you do this. Like, who else could make this happen? Let's go check out some more Supras. All right, so right over here, this thing, I feel like I know this car. This is gorgeous to me. This looks like a throwback to the TRD 3000 GT that is made to celebrate the super success in the JGTC Championship in '94.
Yeah, you know, when our friends at Toyota Customizing Development in Japan pitched this spin to us on our all-new GR Supra, we knew that we had to do it. From the hood vents to the rear wing, the styling of this concept, it brings back so many fond memories.
You ain't lying. I mean, they really paid attention to the details. The wide over fenders, a Brembo monoblock brakes, HKS exhaust. I remember seeing this kit back in the day and wishing I could get my hands on one.
So maybe we give you this one.
You're not serious.
No, I'm not serious. I really.
That's not funny. And you can't do that with me. It's super. All right, tell me about this silver bullet over here.
All right, so this is the second build Toyota Customizing and Development brought to the show called the GR Supra Performance Line Concept. This Supra is a driver's car. This concept blends styling and race technology.
Wow, they really know how to build a standout Supra. I mean, it's hard not to notice the genuine carbon fiber aero parts on here, the forged aluminum wheels. This thing's got a handle like it's on rails.
Yeah, all right, Brad. But before we move on to the grand finale, let's take the folks out here a little bit about a competition that we've been having here at this year's SEMA show.
Oh, yeah, my pleasure. So heading into this year's show, Toyota launched the Best SEMA Supra competition for people showcasing the modified 2020 GR Supras all around the show. My good friend Ed here is the judge, and after looking at the cars, he selected the top 3 that we're going to announce at the end of the show. This has been a great competition, but there's another competition that we really need to talk about, Ed.
Really? What's that? What do you want to talk about?
Well, I mean, it's your brainchild. You said, I know you love the Supra, you've been waiting for this. How about we build a car against each other? So we've been knee-deep in this build, what I would call a little bit of a grudge match, a grudge match.
Yeah, I like that.
You see what I did there with the...
Yeah, no, I got it with the GR. Yeah, that's pretty good, pretty smart. Yeah.
Thanks.
So, but the reality is that you're going down on this one.
Oh, okay. Good.
So, we had our Toyota Motorsports garage at headquarters build my Supra. If you remember a few years ago, that same garage made a Land Cruiser that goes over 230 miles an hour. So I'm feeling pretty good about my chances.
Yeah, I remember that Marty and the gang built that because you wouldn't let me drive it, but I want you to know that I collaborated with my buddy Rick Leo's LL17, the same group that I collaborated with when I built my Blackpool Camry that smoked all the NASCAR guys. So I think this may be a better competition than you think.
All right, enough is enough. I think it's time that we show these folks what we have underneath these sills.
Okay, well, I don't want to hurt your feelings when you see how much better my Supra is than yours.
So I think we'll let this beautiful audience here that's joined us this morning, we'll let them decide on that, Mr. Big Shot Tough Guy. What do you think?
Does that mean I can go first?
That means you can go first.
Okay, great. All right, SEMA, here we go. I give you, this is a total dream come true for you. We're at SEMA. Toyota let me build my own Supra, and you guys get to see it for the first time. This is the GR Supra Hyper Boost Edition. Woo! Fire up! Carbon fiber that gives the Supra that menacing stance, lowered on KW suspension. It's on light-speed wheels, Continental Extreme Contact Sport tires. But if you're not prepared to be blown away by looks, then you're going to be blown away by the power. So we didn't call this Hyper Boost Edition for nothing. It's got the Boost Logic BL Super 750 package based on the Garrett GTX 3582R turbocharger that more than double the stock output to 750 horsepower at.
So. Not bad, not bad.
Right?
Yeah.
You know that, and that's that TRD.
I'm just an amateur, you're a professional, not bad.
Thank you.
But let me show you one better.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen of SEMA, I give you the GR Supra Heritage Edition. Unlike your Dyno Queen over there. It's got an honest 500 horsepower, a really trick rocker arm rear suspension, and take a look at those vents. Pretty much every one of them is functional now. And I wanted to build this to reflect the features of the Mark IV Supra in honor of its heritage. That wing on the back, that's an actual Mark IV wing adapted to integrate perfectly into the new deck lid. And the diffuser and integrated exhaust out the back are perfection. And the headlights and taillights, check out those headlights and taillights. They're modeled after the Mark IV too. This really is the perfect fusion of old meeting new. It's the best of both worlds. And so the reality is, there is no topping my car.
This feels a little unfair for the record. Like I realized I only got to do this because of you, but I didn't know you were going to bring a center exit exhaust and a Mark IV spoiler, which is just like, this is what my dreams are made of. This feels unfair. But that being said, Ed, job well done. I think we're going to take this to the streets. I think we should let the audience decide here. So here, let's just go old school, y'all. I'm going to put my hand over this car. If you like the Hyper Boost Edition better, which I understand why you would love it, make some noise. And then when Ed does his car, then you make some noise. Can y'all handle that? All right, here we go. How many of you think my Hyper Boost Edition is better?
Rut, I had the better Supra.
Well, it was hard to hear. I was so far away. It might have been.
Yeah.
I realize a lot of people clapping for you work for you, but I also clap.
No one out here works for me.
No, exactly. Well, I clap. I wouldn't get to do this without you. So I think what we should do, let's take this to the streets. Let's do a Twitter poll throughout the week, and we'll just see who gets more votes.
All right, but I only have 11 dedicated followers, so it's really not fair. And this just can't be a popularity contest after all.
Well, I mean, I've got a few more than 11, but I don't feel like that's my fault, man.
Okay, how about this? I'll partner with Jamie Little and her followers to go up against you and your followers to promote the online poll. Jamie, what do you think? Is that okay with you?
Absolutely. I think we can get them. We can take them. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
So you're gonna use my friend against me. Classic move, Ed.
Why not?
Wait. But I think maybe we'll do one better. We got Michael and Ken over there. How about they help me out too? What do you think about that?
You want to use 3 friends against me? So it's 4 against 1. That's what's happening. Okay.
So what are you really worried that your hyper boost is lacking the hype? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No, what I'm trying to say is that Michael Waltrip, not only is he the man and one of the greatest brand ambassadors of all time, his new documentary, Blink When I, is out today. He's a Daytona winner. Ken Gucci just picked up the win at Irwindale. I mean, a drift favorite forever. And then Jamie, don't forget, she's a Toyota Pro Celebrity Race winner, just like me. So why don't we just set up like a Pro Celebrity Race in Texas and we'll see which Supra is better. And you can pick up the ringer here and let Jamie drive for you.
I say we take them to the track. I don't know. Based on our past experience, I think I could take them. You guys think I can take them?
I think that's a no-brainer.
For the record, it was 1 go-kart race, and I didn't know when they said go, and Jamie lapped me 4 times. So
I forgot about that.
It can go either way. All right, so the Twitter poll is live now. We're going to find out who the real winner is later this week. In the meantime, Ed, are you ready to announce the winners of the best SEMA Super competition?
Absolutely. Let's do this now. So it was really harder than I thought because there are so many great GR Supras here this year. So Jamie, would you mind helping me with some of this hardware?
Absolutely. I have a little experience hoisting that hardware.
I get it. You're a winner. So funny.
All right. Now it's time for the awards. We selected 3 finalists for our best SEMA Supra competition. And in 3rd place, we have Chris Hill. Chris's Supra leaves no stone unturned, and he really paid extreme attention to all the details. Chris?
Beautiful.
And Chris just got this car here late last night. He came in and lobbied hard, so congratulations.
Congratulations.
Nice job. Thank you. Come down by the front.
Who would feel? You can see it in the Romano wheel boot too.
Yep. In 2nd place, we have the White Line GR Supra. This track-tuned Supra features highly tunable suspension mods, perfect for the turns.
Get on up here. White Line, here, come on up. Thing looks fantastic. Congratulations.
You're welcome to come to get your trophy. Nice job, bud. Well done.
Hey, congratulations. Why don't you hang right here by Chris? Oh boy, Ed, you
Are you ready
ready?
for the winner?
Wait a second,
This is
did you
a good
make that?
trophy.
Is that the parts out of my last Pro Celebrity Race car?
I believe it is.
I think it was.
The other half is made in
Last Pro
Japan.
Celebrity Race definitely cost us a couple of bucks.
That's my bad.
All right, folks, I know you've been waiting for this. The winner of the Best SEMA Super Competition for 2019 is Ready Performance Products. Ready?
Genji!
This Ready A90 Supra Drift Competition concept really hit the mark. A very well executed Formula D concept drift car. Nice job, guys. Congratulations.
Oh, Genji with the win.
Well done.
It looks awesome, man. Congratulations, brother. A legend for the record in all things import. He helped get that win for Ken and Team Ready there at Irwindale. So cool. You guys, y'all all worked so hard. You really nailed it with your Super builds. Congratulations to all our finalists, too.
You know, the creativity and the passion for the all-new GR Supra really shows on the vehicles everywhere throughout SEMA. So, on behalf of Toyota, thank you. It's fantastic.
Yeah, and look at all these beautiful ones here in the booth. Great work to everybody that helped out and all the Supras that are here at SEMA. Ed, we got to get out of here.
Yeah, but hold on 1 second, my friend. We have to let everyone know that we've got some amazing Team Toyota celebrities here this week signing autographs. So you'll have to come back later today and throughout the week to catch them live and in person. And the details are on the signage over here to my right. So again, on behalf of everyone at Toyota, I want to thank you all for stopping by. Thank you, Jamie, Michael, Ken, Rut. Rut, we're looking forward to this competition. these guys against you.
I know. I may have to have Michael drive for me. I'm gonna think about that. Everybody, don't forget.
Don't forget your vote. Yep.
Yeah.
Don't forget to vote on the Twitter page for my Heritage Supra Edition.
Or my Hyper Boost Supra. Before we go, we got to give a shout out, and we couldn't do this stuff without you. To look around and see all the beautiful cars that are here, the passion that you have comes out in everything you do. Y'all make some noise for the guy that makes all this happen at Laukes.
Yes.
And everybody in Toyota, thanks for being here.
Awesome. Thanks everyone. Enjoy the show.
Have fun. Go check out all the cars.
Take care, guys.